Okay, y'all. So we're going to do a little recipe I found here on TikTok. And it's called Marry Me Chicken. However, I'm doing it because it looked really good. Kimberly's been gone for a few days. And she loves pasta. So it looked really good. But I'm going to call it, Please Don't Ask Me to Marry You. I've been married enough chicken. Okay. So I'm going to start with boiling the water for the linguine. This is supposed to have fettuccine, and I thought that Kimberly would really like making fettuccine. However, she saw linguine, so let's just do that. So we're going to start by salting the water like the ocean and getting this water boiling for the Marry Me chicken. And then I'm going to go ahead and get the olive oil going in here for the chicken, which I have bought. So look at this, organic chicken breast strips. I said this earlier. I was an Aldi snob, y'all. I just have to admit that. I was an Aldi snob. But I gig work. And so I've been having to be in Aldi a whole lot for DoorDash and Instacart. And I keep finding things that are organic. And so we just decided to test it. Now I have to tell you, a single mom. And this is the last year or so, a little over a year and a half almost actually. I've been having to pay rent for the first time in 20 years. And rent has gone up a whole lot. So I'm sure most of y'all know that. So that is actually the hardest part for me to get used to in being a single mom, is that the last time I rented, rent was $450 a month, $450. I now pay $2,000. So the thing is, I'm extremely picky. As you know, I'm the Southern Organic Cooking Mama. I'm extremely picky about my food. And I'm always happy to be able to find reasonable organic. Sorry, I cut myself off just a little bit earlier there. I was saying all organic food is extremely expensive, and I'm having a... So I'm really happy when I can find some at a reasonable price. All right, so the first thing we do to this chicken, I got the olive oil heating, is we add garlic powder. We add cumin. Salt and pepper. And a little bit of paprika. And then we're going to put the chicken in the pot. I'll be right back. I gotta wash off my cutting board. Okay, so I've been getting everything else ready. The thing that looked interesting to me when I saw this recipe was all the wonderful flavors that are coming in, and the fact that it has a cream sauce, because Kimberly doesn't really like tomato sauces. And to tell you the truth, for my blood sugar, tomato sauces are probably really not the best. But again, I was really impressed. The only thing I honestly could not find at Aldi was sun-dried tomatoes. So I'll just do a little bit of tomato in this recipe. It promises to be so good that someone's going to want to marry me. We shall see. I'll be back in a few. So our first step is to saute the chicken in the olive oil with the salt and pepper and the seasonings. Get it nice and brown and then put it to the side. Meanwhile, I'll have the water boiling for the linguine. Of course, we salt the water like it's the ocean. And we cook and cook and cook and cook and cook until it's time to put it to the side. And then we're going to keep the juices. Add some butter and 3 cloves of garlic. Now, some people will cut it up with a knife, but I don't. I use a garlic press. So 3 cloves of garlic. Get that nice and brown. Then we're going to add our tomatoes. Remember, I had to substitute plain diced tomatoes. And at that time, it was time to put the linguine in the water. Then we add the entire container of the spinach and the greens. We added 2 cups of chicken broth. Got that nice and stirred. And then I added some seasoning to it. Lots of cool seasonings. And then a cup. After all that, we add a cup of organic half and half. The recipe did call for regular cream. However, I used half and half because that is what I found at Aldi. And I get everything nice and stirred, including all the spices. This time I added 2 kinds of paprika, some chili pepper, as well as basil, thyme, and oregano. Got the chicken stirred back in. Now it's time to taste to see if I need to add any more seasoning to it before it's time to put the pasta in. Oh my gosh, was it good. Now, does it deserve a proposal? I don't know, but it was definitely good. Look at all the spices I used. The fresh half and half and chicken broth, the mixed greens, and the lovely organic linguine. See, isn't that beautiful?
What?
Kimberly, dinner's ready.
What?
Here you go. Here's your dinner.
What is it?
It's called Marry Me Chicken. Hold on.
I want more.
More? Is it because it's got spinach in it or pasta?
Pasta.
Pasta.